It's kind of crazy. AI is able to solve problems that big businesses were solving. AI is replacing entire departments within businesses. And so, how do you protect yourself from this? How do you make sure you actually AI proof your business and make your business withstand this whole AI revolution? And so, not only withstand, but also flourish during the AI revolution. And so, the first thing you have to understand is that AI is not another trend, it's a revolution. And so, it's not going to just one day disappear, poof, go away, and everything's back to normal. It's only going to keep getting better and better. And so, there's both pros and cons that come with this. The pros is that quality of life overall is going to go up. We're going to have unlimited abundance, at least everything materialistically wise. Anything you've ever wanted, anything you've ever desired, you're going to have it. And we're also going to see innovation like we've never seen before, especially if we get AI that improves itself. Okay? But there comes a couple cons with this. The first con is that it's going to replace a majority of jobs, since, like I said, AI is going to be able to solve a lot of the problems that humans are currently solving. And also, scams and cybercrimes are going to 10x. We already saw in China that a company got scammed out of $25 million because they fell for an AI deepfake. And also, I kind of put this as a joke, but I put kill us all. Who knows? Because people are saying, the top researchers in the AI field are saying that the relationship between humans and AI is going to be like humans and animals. So, for example, if humans are building a road and there's an ant's nest or an ant's mountain, whatever you call it, that gets in the way of us building the road, we destroy it, okay? Not because we hate the ants, but because it's in the way and we just need to get things done. Okay, and so that might be the way that if AI truly becomes so much smarter than humans, that might be how the relationship between us and especially AGI, artificial general intelligence, becomes. Hopefully not. It all depends on who's developing it, but yeah. So how do you make your business AI proof? Well, the main thing is that you have to make sure it still provides value. AI is a double-edged sword. It's going to provide so much value to the world that humans won't have any more value to give, meaning that everything humans do will become a commodity. Okay? And so when it comes to running a business, the main concern you should have about AI is that it'll be able to do all the things that you are currently doing for your clients. And so, for example, nowadays, at least still in 2024, if you have someone that ads aren't performing well, they go to a paid ads agency. Okay, if they're not booking appointments, they go to an appointment setting agency. If they don't have good creatives, they go to a creative UGC agency. Okay, and they get all these outcomes that hopefully solve the problem if they pick the right partner. And so in the future, what it might look like is someone's ads aren't performing well, boom, some sort of AI tool software, a lot cheaper than an ads agency. They buy that, ads start performing well because AI can process so much data so much quicker than a human brain can that you can't even compare the two. You're not booking appointments, AI tool, AI solves the problem. Not having good creatives, this is kind of already existing. I mean, if you go to see with Sora, I'm going to talk about that later in this video, but OpenAI's new text-to-video tool, Sora, it's basically creating videos. You can create UGC content from that. So, if you're a UGC agency, start implementing AI mechanisms into your offer to make it more appealing to your prospects. And so, this is kind of what it's going to look like in the future. And so the thing is that this isn't only happening with online service providers. It's happening across various industries. And so, for example, the music industry, people are saying Congress needs to act now because we have all these AI songs coming out that are better than human songs. And so all these human artists are getting mad. And so, AI scary, Twitter's already, freaking out. The music business is done. Even Drake, Drake dropped a Kendrick diss track, and Kendrick's already getting dogged by Drake. Okay, no, I'm just joking. I don't really partake in that, but he on Instagram he dropped the AI diss track on Kendrick Lamar, Drake himself, and so it's already hitting the mainstream. And so when it comes to movie, people are saying, will an AI movie win the Oscar within 7 years? I really like this post. He wrote, we can argue amongst ourselves, but the reality is that it doesn't matter who's in charge anymore. In 5 years, all it will take to make a movie is typing into a prompt. OpenAI has put an end to Hollywood with its Sora AI. The movies will look real, but it will be computer generated. Okay, and this is what I was talking about. And so, and people are saying Sam Altman is going to destroy Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. And you just have normal labor, construction, any type of labor you can think of, blue collar, white collar. Microsoft taps Sanctuary AI for general purpose robot, AI powered robots using NVIDIA chips or whatever. I think it's called like Figure One. And, meet the humanoid robots, like Avenger robots. So the point is that these problems that humans are solving right now, even like what humans are creating. Not necessarily that something that's solving our problems, like music, movies. AI is doing it a lot better, a lot quicker, for a lot cheaper. Okay, so humans are becoming commoditized. And so, thing is, so it's not only entrepreneurs that are at risk, actors, musicians, everyone's at risk. AI is going to start creating things for us. And so, for example, if I were a musician and I realized that, it was basically inevitable for AI to come and take over my industry, what would I do to make sure that I'm still able to put food on the table? Well, I would start using it. Okay? And the same exact solution applies to the actors, the workers, and especially the entrepreneurs. Okay? And so I love this quote. I keep reusing it, but it's by Andy Grove, former CEO of Intel. Rest in peace. He basically says, adapt or die. It's so simple, but it's so true. And so, the only downside to this is that you don't have much control. And so, this basically what I'm talking about is you adapting to AI. So the only downside to you adapting to AI is that you actually don't have much control over AI. Yes, you have control over how you adapt to AI, but you don't have much control over exactly what exactly happens with AI. Okay? And so, as a business owner, you want to have as much control as possible, with the factors that are at play that are affecting your circumstances and the outcome that you're shooting for. And so the thing that you want to start doing as soon as possible, ASAP, right now, is building your personal brand. Okay? And so I was reading actually Alex Hormozi, $100 Million Leads. And in this book, he said the most valuable thing I've ever done was building an audience. And when you think of Alex Hormozi, he's done this and that. He has an incredible track record. And in his book, he said the most valuable thing I've ever done was build an audience. Okay? And so one thing that I realized over the last 6 months, especially over these last 6 months with the amount of competition, is that if you're relying truly only on direct response marketing, you're actually fucked. Like, it's so bad at this point. The barrier of entry is so low thanks to Emon and all these free resources. It's so much competition, so much saturation that if you don't have something to stand out, you're fucked, bro. And so, for example, cold outbound, extremely crowded and competitive. Like, literally, I think over like a year ago, not even a year ago, if you wanted to do cold outreach on Instagram, typically every 100 messages you'd send, you'd hopefully get maybe 10 to 20 replies. Now, for every 100 messages you send, any niche, to get even like 3 or 4 replies, that's good. So, I mean, it's such a noticeable difference. Paid ads. Everyone is so used to, oh my god, I bet you who's watching this video can probably relate. When you're scrolling on Instagram, there's probably so many fucking videos of people who are like, hey, we guarantee you 10 clients in 5 days, or you will do this and we'll refund you $1 million. Like, bro, everyone is giving these guarantees that the market has become so desensitized to these messages that they know no matter what free training you're going to give them when they opt in, they know that they're going to get sold down the road. And so everyone is so used to getting pitched and hearing, oh, you don't pay guarantees. And so, it's extremely competitive, extremely saturated. And so you need, like I said, you need something to stand out. And that thing is a personal brand. With the insane amounts of competition, it's already a requirement for you to be posting content and building your personal brand. Now that even on top of all this competition, now that you have AI entering the game, it's going to be able to do everything that these direct response marketing people are pitching. And so that makes the stakes much, much higher. Okay? And one thing that I realized is that in this online business space, 20% of the people in the online business space are making 80% of the money. And so what is it that this group of 20% of people have in common? Well, they have at least one of two advantages. And the first one is that they have a strong personal brand, or personal brand, or they're already established and have lots of social proof. And so if you don't have either of these things, you need to get to work as soon as possible. And so what I highly recommend is that you start posting content and create a need for whatever you're selling. You must out-educate everyone if you want to win in the AI age. The reason for this is because AI will bring insane amounts of abundance. This also means that everything will become a commodity. And so what's the number one way to increase the perceived value of a product even if it's a commodity? Well, it's a brand. Okay? And so the number one lever to pull for pricing power is brand. So take this for example. You have a normal white tee for $5. Okay, you can probably get this at, your price club or whatever. And then that same exact shirt, if you stamp a Gucci logo on it and it's actually sold by Gucci, it 100x is the price, 100x price increase. The number one lever that you can pull on pricing power is brand. Imagine selling the same exact product for 100 times more money. Okay, please realize that the products that these influencers are selling, it's not, they don't make so much money off these products because it's the highest quality product, the best tasting drink or whatever. No, it's because of the brand actually perceives how you experience this product. Okay, and so this is why Bernard Arnault is the richest man in the world. He has the most leverage on what he can charge. And if AI takes over everything and it tries to create its own version of Louis Vuitton that's better quality, looks better, etc., it still won't be a fraction. It won't be a fraction as big as Louis Vuitton. The reason for this is because Louis Vuitton has such a strong brand that no matter what technology or competitor comes and tries to take their market share, it won't happen because of how people feel when they put on a Louis Vuitton shirt. The status that is associated with the Louis Vuitton brand is too high and sophisticated at this point for anything to replace it. And you can do the same exact thing with your brand and business by building a personal brand. Okay, you know, and just the other thing besides building a personal brand is just always be in the loop. Another way to AI proof your business is to always be up to date with what's happening. Not only does this keep you informed on the things that are happening in the world of AI, but it also notifies you of new AI tools that are coming out that can either be beneficial or detrimental to your business. Okay, an example of this is, let's say you run a UGC, user-generated content agency. You find influencers for your clients. Those influencers make content that markets our product or whatnot. And so, you find clients, you find creators for those clients. Those creators make videos for those clients. Boom. Okay, that's your service. Your whole world just changed thanks to the introduction of Sora. Okay, and I mentioned Sora briefly before, but Sora is a text-to-video AI model. You type a prompt in, you get a video in return. Okay, so if I type pink elephant in a brown park, high quality 4K video of a pink elephant walking around taking a shit in a brown park. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. And so, there's basically a couple different angles that you can look at this new technology. The first way that you can look at this new technology is it's going to replace me, okay? And so you can look at this technology and feel like you've just been shot, okay? It's going to take your job because it can do everything that you're doing for your clients cheaper, quicker, and better, okay? So that's the first way you can look at it. The second way you can look at it is, hey, I'm actually going to use this tool to my advantage. I'm going to implement it. And so the other way in which you can view this technology is by realizing that you can actually use it to your advantage. You now have the opportunity to deliver your service to your clients in a way that's faster, better, and cheaper for you to fulfill. You might have to add a couple more mechanisms to be able to position yourself above your competition, but you can leverage this AI tool to your advantage to make your offer more appealing, especially before everyone starts using it. Okay? I believe in the future, everyone's going to start positioning themselves as an AI agency, this and that. So before people start doing that, you need to hop on the trend before it gets too big, okay? And so then the third one is the person who doesn't even pay attention. The person who isn't even paying attention to what's happening will ultimately get bulldozed by this technology and the people who decide to use it. In the workspace, the workplace, when I'm talking to people who have jobs and all this, the one thing that I hear a lot is, my AI isn't going to take my job, but people who are using AI are going to take my job. And so same exact thing applies to the online business space. AI might not necessarily, well, actually, depending on the service that you're doing, AI might or might not replace your entire business. Even if it doesn't replace your entire business, the people who are using AI will eventually replace your business. And so, and this whole AI thing you can literally look back at what happened when the internet first got introduced and just see it's repeating itself in history. And so the same exact thing happened with the internet. Go back and study what happened in the digital revolution when the internet was introduced. History will repeat itself with the AI revolution, except the stakes are much higher this time. Okay? So don't be a Blockbuster, be a Netflix. And so if I can basically summarize this video with an AI-proof framework, I can basically boil it down to 3 main steps. The first step is your personal brand. Start posting content and building your personal brand. Okay, super, super important. And so if I can basically boil this video down into 3 main steps as an AI-proof framework, the first one would be a personal brand. Okay, super important. Start posting content and building your personal brand right now. Okay, because every day more and more creators are starting to post content, and you want to get in as quick as possible into this game. The second one is to always be on top of trends. Stay in the loop with what's happening in the AI world. Okay, always look for new tools or new things that can possibly impact your business in a good or bad way. Okay, always be looking for new ways to position your offer and new mechanisms to put in your offer for you to market your offer as something novel and profound. And last but not least or actually I already kind of covered this, but include AI in your offer, implement AI mechanisms in your offer, and position it as an AI offer to make yourself more competitive, especially before everyone starts doing it. So at least start doing it right now before everyone starts doing it, so you can be sophisticated. So when everyone does start doing it, you're above all of them, and you have a personal brand, while everyone's struggling as a AI commodity agency. And so right now is the time to get in. You need to make sure you're implementing all three of these steps if you want to be able to run a business and be an above average human that one that has greater things in life. And that's going to get harder and harder with AI. The gap between the rich and the poor is only going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And so save yourself while you can. And so I hope you got some value out of this video. Please subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.